So this is gonna be like a really I don't know how this video is gonna hit you guys, to be quite honest. This is something that kind of came together like literally like this night actually. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about on this video. I knew I wanted something to be big and very impactful to some people. I just didn't understand what I wanted to do, and it wasn't until me and Jay Faded actually had a couple conversations today. We had some really in-depth conversations, and he literally looked at me halfway through one and he's like, bro, people need to hear this. You know, it's something I usually keep to myself just because it's so outlandish and wild, and some people might call it too dreamy or too far-fetched. But he's like, bro, people need to hear this, like for inspiration, for motivation, for a mind switch up. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's go ahead and do this shit. You know, we were talking about like social media and what Zay is doing and what Ty is doing, laying the foundation and really breaking a lot of rules in terms of like letting everybody know how to create these viral videos. And Joel was just like, man, like, you know, like social media is like crazy, like these platforms for these people. I'm like, yeah, but I don't think people understand still like the platforms like that, like what they gave you is just like the snippet of a lot of things. And especially for me, because I always, you know, Ty introduced me to Ty showed all of us how to do viral videos. Zay got really popping and perfected it, and for me it was like, well, I don't cut. At first I didn't cut on their level, so I was like, all right, how am I gonna do this? You know, how am I gonna make these videos that pop? And it was really like branding. All right, and I was like, all right, cool. So let me see how I can take this shit to the next level. I never just thought like, all right, I'm gonna just make Instagram videos just for barbers to start following me, just so that they can start like seeing my work, or I just want to make videos to like gain a bigger clientele. Like my mindset was always on a bigger picture of, all right, let me like make videos that reach everybody, and get to a bigger following for my next phase of my career. Because in my mind, I already had the clientele. I was already charging. I just raised my price to 60 bucks. I was already charging 60 bucks in my head. I already thought all these things out. So to me, it was like, all right, what's the next step after that? And I think that's really when like I started seeing like a lot of success on Instagram in terms of like my videos like hitting big numbers consistently. It wasn't just anymore. I wasn't just going for like oh, let me try and reach like this one number this one time, like let me try and hit like 500,000 views just on like one video. Like no, my mindset was like, how can I create videos on a consistent level that consistently hit 200,000 views or more every single video with like ease, because that's just how I create things and how I wanted to structure my business. It was never just like, all right, let me create this video that like, all right, it's probably gonna get hella views. Like I broke it down into like such a structure, such a model to where I can literally like at any point in time I can recognize when a video is gonna go viral or not. I just studied how to create videos and I thought that was gonna be the biggest help for my career. And it was really like when I started first getting a lot of views, like, all right, let me reach 50,000 views first. All right, let me reach 50,000 views consistently first, right? It wasn't just like, let me get a couple 50,000, you know, then 20,000. No, let me consistently, let me understand what is a 50,000 view Instagram video. And then once I got that mastered and I understood what it took to create that type of video, then I was like, all right, what does 100,000 view video consistently looks like? And then I started creating videos like that and consistently started getting those numbers on every single video. Then I was like, all right, 150,000 views, what does that video look like? And then I started doing that. Now it's like, all right, what does a 200,000 view video look like? You know, angle-wise, lighting-wise, client-wise, haircut-wise, like these are all factors that go into it. But that was like my mindset behind everything. Now, for some odd reason, me and Jay Faded got on the topic of Kanye West. Now, this guy's been fucking wild. This is my dude, by the way, but he's been wilding the fuck out. I'm not gonna go into anything. I did watch the interview with Charlemagne. Didn't want to even get into the interview with the TMZ shit because I knew that was a bunch of like wild shit I just did not want to even associate myself with. But there was a lot of key points that I actually did like from the Charlemagne interview that Kanye did. Me and Jay Fader were talking about it, and was relating it to the barber industry. And something that came up with was just like, you know, having to be the first. You know, it was essential. Like in my mind, it was essential for A-Rod to be the first barber to kind of break that million follower on Instagram, to kind of show everybody that it's possible. No matter if you hate him, or if you love him. I respect the fuck out of A-Rod for what he has done, for what he has shown us what is possible, because that is a new foundation for us to build off of. Now, same thing with like 360 Jeezy. You know, I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was the first barber on YouTube to hit 1 million subscribers as well, which is fucking crazy. Those two have paved the way for both social media platforms. Something I read in a book, and it's called you gotta create the 4-minute mile. For people to show them it's possible. There was a story, I forgot the guy's name, but everybody was telling this guy it's impossible to run a mile in under 4 minutes, right? It's impossible, nobody will ever fucking do it. Until he fucking did it. He was the first one to do it, I don't remember his name, but the book said after he did that, it proved to people it was possible, and then you seen every motherfucker start running a mile in 4 minutes, just because the idea was that mental block was lifted off of people's minds, and like this negative lock that was just on their minds of like, oh no, like it's never possible. I can't deal with that. The same thing kind of like with money and clientele, with raising your prices. You know, when I raise my prices, I always like, whenever I get in a conversation with a client, it's an open conversation, not really like, damn bro, you know, fucking around conversation. I always tell them, you know, I raise my prices for 1 or 2 reasons. One, because of course I know my value, and I want to have more free time, if possible, but I also want to, you know, I value my time, so I want to get paid for it. And 2 is really to elevate my clientele, because your clientele is your family. It's an extended part of you. You know, you're interacting with these people for a better part of the year. You get to find out their backstories and their history and everything like that. I want to see them win. So when I raise my prices, I really try to make sure people like that I talk to don't right off the bat say, I can't afford that. I want people to start switching the stigma in their minds and put it to how can I afford this? Because there's 2 different things going on here. First thing, when you say I can't afford this, it just shuts down your brain of all possible thought waves and all possible ways of figuring out how to attain that money, and it's just like, it's not possible. I can't do it. Like 4-minute mile, I can't do it. When you say to yourself, well, how can I afford it? Now your brain starts working in ways of like, all right, so maybe if I save money here, or maybe if I create money. And that's really what I want to do. I want to help my clients create money and have that motivation to push themselves to the next level, to start creating more money flow for them. So now they can afford my price, because if I'm winning, they're obviously winning as well, not only with their looks, but also with the way that they make their money. You know, of course, my prices just changed up to $60. It's like, all right, so like, you know, of course, what was your mentality going through that? And I also had a client ask me that too. He's getting into business right now. He's like, he just wanted some insight. Like, are you fearful? Like, you know, if clients dropping off, or if this is not working out, like how, what is your mental state about all this? And to both of them, I explained like, it's seamless for me because I've mentally been cutting at a $60 level. And now I'm thinking about cutting at an $80 haircut level minimum. And that's just how I kind of work. I'm always just like thinking future wise in terms of like, all right, I'm cutting at 40 right now, but if I give a $60 value, when I do make that transition, it's going to be seamless for me and my clients are going to understand it. You know, as long as I'm giving as much value as possible, there's no way I'm gonna lose with that. I even have clients like come up to me and like, bro, I think you should even went up to 80 right now, and that's even validation for me. You know, I don't feel like, damn, maybe I should have. It's just validation for me that now I'm doing my job. I'm putting out into my mind, to the universe, that yo, this is what my future will be. I'm constantly striving for that. So I'm never just kind of getting comfortable with where I'm at. and you know, I'm gonna get there. I always knew that Instagram was gonna be like my bigger platform to funnel everything that I want to do from further on through. Of course, I broke off into YouTube too. I broke off into YouTube when my Instagram first got deleted. I had my profile deleted, my first profile deleted in September. And that first one, I really held back a lot. And that was another thing. I wanted to be able to promote myself into it, because I always thought like, if I could promote myself and have people recognize me, anything I do off of that, like people are gonna automatically say like, oh, that's the Lux right there. That's the Lux. I know who that is. But like a lot of these other bar pages, when I look at it, I'm like, bro, if I even seen you walking down the street, I wouldn't know who you were. And I was just frustrated. I didn't want to, like, I was just set on getting my Instagram back. He told me one time, like, bro, you know, it'd be like the dopest story if like you lost your Instagram following and then built that shit up even stronger the second time. I promised myself when I got my second profile, I will never ever hold back again, and I will go full force and never second guess who I am and my abilities on social media. And you guys see the fruits, and people who have seen me and been following me on both profiles, I'm pretty sure you've seen the differences. You know, you've seen different deluxes. I mean, before I was deluxe cuts, now I'm just straight up deluxe. You know, I think barbering is a lot of like hip hop. You know, I don't even think we really even hit our Jay-Z or Tupac stage yet. We haven't had those iconic figures. That we have an opportunity to kind of push this game forward. Don't try to just monkey see, monkey do, copy, because a lot of people do get caught up in that. If you have a dream and voicing that opinion, just fucking do it. Don't ever let anybody hold you back from that. Because people will attract, the right people are attracted to you, and you will attract the right people who you need in your life. So don't ever, and that was something I learned from Dunn. So the last thing I really just want to leave you guys with on this is don't hold you guys' vision back on this. Don't be constrained. For me personally, I hate being constrained to a box. Be mentally free, like your boy Ye. Be mentally free thinking of anything that you want. You can have in this industry. You just have to believe in yourself and have the right education and link up with the right people, and don't be around people who doubt you or say that's corny or that's stupid. If you have a vision, you need to act on that thing, because people do want to see it. This industry is so young. Like I said, I think of it in hip hop terms, we haven't even hit our Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z era yet. Like the Drake era isn't even a thought of right now. We're such in the early stages. Please, you know, when you're doing social media, just think of the brand, because that is good. Wall and Andis and all these other big companies, nothing against them. Like I said before, I have nothing against them, but they're just using it as examples. They don't have anything that you have. Okay, they just want to almost just use you to make them profits, but you can make profits on your guys' own. Don't ever think that you guys are small enough to not make profits and to build your own brands, build your own communities, and build your own followings, and cult-like followings too, by the way, where people just, I just want to create a community of people that we just all believe in our brand. We just believe in ourselves and know our vision so fucking well that ain't nobody else can fucking bring us down. So last thing I just want to leave you guys with is just fucking dream in this industry. You know, be the Diddy. You know, be the wild, crazy. If you're attracted to those motherfuckers, I like the wild, crazy people. Be the fucking dreamers. I think I have a chance to make $10 million in the next year, and that might happen. That might not happen. But I'm fucking ambitious as shit to go ahead and wake up every day and not go to sleep until 4 a.m. It's what? It's 2:56 right now, and I'm creating this content for y'all because I'm hungry for this shit, and I have a vision that I want to live out, and that's what y'all need, and just don't get stuck in just cutting hair. Always be thinking of creating content and getting audiences bigger than that. So I know you guys came here for the giveaway for the Clippers, but hopefully I left you guys with a little bit more. Something more than just Clippers, you know. This video is first being sent through email. If you know, let me know in the comment section if you think this is going to be beneficial to even a wider audience. If I should just let this on a public video on my YouTube, and I will be doing. If you see this on YouTube as a public video, just know the Clipper giveaway for this one that I'm talking about is way long gone, but I will be doing other clipper product giveaways. So go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna be continue to give you content, giving you insight, giving just rants on my visions on what I want to see and what I want to push the barber industry to, for myself, for you, for the next generation, and really what our legacies are going to be on this industry. Because now we have a platform where we have documentation, and generations beyond this are going to be able to look back and see what we built for them. So really just understand what we're doing right now is for a bigger cause, not just for money. We're creating generational wealth. And that's something that I want everybody to be focused on so immensely and passionately. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys took away something for this. And be who the fuck you want to be. Don't ever let nobody else tell you so.